benefited from a cloak?
Okay.
Everything could benefit from a cloak.
I do not.
Oh, I've heard the things you whisper to your cape when you think no one's listening.
Okay.
I hate to admit it, but somehow this ancient forge puts any arc reactor.
Alright, Justin, apparently you're gonna play as a
mystically bound demon
play as a soldier.
So damn energy efficient. Or carbon neutral. Certainly got that new suit of yours done a lot faster than I expected.
Right.
Speaking of, what's the verdict, boss?
You notice as whenever he takes off, whenever he kind of hints off the mask there, Jubilee, you actually see Logan Wolverine, the face of him, and then he puts on the mask on him. Because Tiffany, you said you wanted to play Wolverine.
It is nice.
So, so I'm driving, I guess.
Anytime. I tried to make this version a little less palatable to that symbiote thing.
Is that what's happening?
To making it menthol flavor.
What?
But
I'm driving.
The equation.
Yeah, you're driving.
Use them too.
I want you to roll a survival check for me
rest?
with the
I'm betting you have questions,
stats I gave you on the pictures.
That +0, so let's see. Ooh, a 19.
I take it this new version is a technological
Dang, I
marvel.
keep.
Impact-resistant carbon composites,
So
some
weird.
patent-pending alloy mesh, and a few touches from Dr. Spooky over there. And hey, the built-in communicator means we can
It
talk
was
to each other
+0,
without sending
so
Raven.
just a regular 19. Did you? Hello?
What did you?
It is a marvel then?
17 on
It was
survival?
Lightweight,
it was a 19,
indestructible,
yeah.
and modular
19?
enough for future
Okay, yeah.
upgrades.
You're just driving smoothly.
Frankly, I wouldn't have used your old suit to
everything.
wax the Mandarin's claw.
Do either of you want to roll a stealth check for all of us?
+3. So, yeah, +4, dang.
Thanks for catching me up on things.
Anytime. Oh, and speaking of things,
Nice.
remember that creepy gamma goop you found from that hopped-up Hydra soldier? Well, I gave it a peek, and it explains a lot.
What was the roll?
If you have a minute, meet me at the anvil over there, and I'll walk you through it. I promise it'll be worth your
Yeah,
time.
not only is this a smooth ride, but no one's noticing, so we can just, y'all can talk and everything while we're waiting.
Now, I doubt advanced gamma thermodynamics was a hot topic at ye old demon hunting
Yeah.
school, so I'm just gonna give
My
you the
driving is
condensed
best.
I
Don't
appreciate that.
Closest I've ever seen to this substance is pumping through Bruce's veins. Gamma accelerant, part unknown element. Calling it coil for now, given its unique atomic structure. Man, I love acronyms.
The heck?
This stuff is more volatile
Okay.
than fury on a Monday morning.
Where'd you get
Hydra doesn't seem to mind.
Where'd you get the
They're
blanket though?
using that straw.
Exactly. A few drops would make your average salamander look like Fin Fang Fu.
Oh,
Thankfully, with a little help from Dr. Spooky and our haunted oven over here, I think two can play at this game.
You are not suggesting we start injecting ourselves with it?
No, nothing like that. Though I can
We'll
see some
say
future
as we're
applications for
getting
my
there,
energy drink line. I was
we
thinking
actually
we apply
see in
this
the
stuff
back
towards upgrading our equipment.
some
I like where this
suits
is
that we
going.
can wear. And
Just give me a little time here, and I can whip
Beast
up some
injects
pretty
himself
fun
with
toys.
something that goes
How
and
about we give Hydra a taste of their own
transforms itself into
gamma-powered
a
medicine
human
for a
form.
change?
so wait, Beast is who?
His real name is Hank.
Later.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it Beast Boy or no?
No, not Beast Boy. Beast Boy is DC, babe.
Oh,
Hunter, your new attire suits
Beast
you
is
quite
like
well.
a giant ape
But how are you holding up on the inside?
kind of guy.
I know it's easy to look upon me and
Think
simply
Bigfoot,
see the universe's utmost
but
authority
smart.
on all things mystical and macabre, Hunter.
Not really, not as strong
However,
as Hulk.
in addition
but yeah.
to being Earth's sorcerer supreme, I
Think of it like a
absolutely
hairy
don't.
Hulk. Yeah,
You mean a
Very
physician
blue
of the
Hulk.
medical arts? You jest.
yeah. Think like
I
Smart Hulk,
assure you, Hunter, I do not
but if he was
jest.
blue and hairy.
They don't call me Mr. Strange, now do they? Except for Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Your
He's way better
awakening
at
ritual was
controlling his anger
admittedly a
than
touch more
Hulk ever was.
chaotic than I had originally intended, and, well, after your violent encounter with Venom, my oath to Hippocrates compels
Beast
me
is
to
cool.
check in with you. Simply put, how do you feel?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
You did not awaken me to discuss feelings, Doctor. I'm ready to do what I must.
Ah, yes, you mean
So,
complete your prophesied destiny and bring about the destruction of your mother? I know some psychiatry professors at my alma mater that would love to talk with you. How you feel is just as important to me as your mission, Hunter.
I still don't
The
know
two
why
are
you
innately interconnected.
didn't have anything. Why do you have a
I,
blanket
for
over
one,
you,
do
even
not know
if
I
we're
will ever
stealthy?
feel 100% again after the events of yesterday. I still can't believe what transpired. The sanctum, all that knowledge, Wanda lost.
And
Yeah.
and Hank just kind of goes,
Venom creature.
I see some
With all my
some suits in
resources,
the back.
all my gifts, I should have seen this outcome spelled out in the
Suits of
sacred
what?
geometry of this
Some
universe
armors in the
years
back.
ago. But I miscalculated.
Lilith's power has placed a dark shroud over us all, Doctor. You are not alone in this.
Your words are appreciated. Still, I must not allow the underlying truth of the situation to become shrouded as well. It's not just the Sanctum Sanctorum that was lost yesterday. It was
So-
my protege, Wanda.
we're all
She was, is
riding along and
my
everything.
charge, my responsibility, and I
We
failed
get
her.
to a gate,
But I
and
am
he goes,
determined not
Wait.
to let that happen with you, Hunter, which is
who are
why
you?
I am here to answer any
and he's
questions you
talking
may
to
have.
you, the driver.
Perhaps
talking
my
to-
wisdom
talking to
may
you,
benefit you more than it has me
Justin.
thus far.
Who are you? What is your badge number? Huh? Roll.
Drives away. Drives in.
Hold on. Yeah. I'll just say that distracts him, and it actually blinds him.
That creature on the roof. You have run into it before.
Alright.
Unfortunately,
So y'all
yes.
are
In
actually
the
able to
simplest
drive
of
through.
terms, Venom is
No problem.
an alien
Really? He's like,
species
"Hey."
living in symbiosis with
He's
a
kind of
human
blinded,
known
so he
as
couldn't
Eddie
see
Brock.
what was going on.
He's something of a fixture in
so
New
he's
York
able to
these
get- you're
days,
able to
but
get through.
typically his hijinks are
We actually
confined
break
to
through the,
harassing Spider-Man.
He actually has a guardrail, and we break through it, and so you go and you get in, and no problem.
So what are we doing now?
So as y'all are driving, you actually see a crowd of people in orange jumpsuits coming your way.
Holy crap.
Like 50 of them, probably. Crowd.
Oh my. Dang, 50. Whew. You think we could take them?
And right behind them, as they're running, you actually notice they're not running at you. They're running away from something. You actually see a giant robot trying to chase after them.
Oh. Do you see this? Crap.
Well, as the young kids enjoy me saying, time to go beast. And he goes and he injects himself with another injection that goes, and he says, this injection will reverse my cure. And he goes and he says, going beast. And he rips himself out of his he gets so big he rips himself out of his suit, out of his armor, and he's beast now again. And he's still wearing pants, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
Are we out of the car or are we still in the car?
How does Eddie feel about this arrangement?
He seems to relish the experience.
Okay.
And under
So what's
Lilith's
the plan?
spell,
What do you wanna
they've
do?
clearly become more cohesive than ever before.
Okay. Give me a second. Okay. So you just see these sentinel. You actually see what looks to be a chain of some sort. If you can lift it up, you can probably possibly go in. You could probably wrap it around their legs, possibly. You just have to have someone strong enough to pull them. All right. What are we using a chain for? And he grabs the chain and he's gonna try to lift it. He rolled a 19 on his strength check, so he's able to lift up that chain. And so yeah, it's good enough for you. You can actually wrap it around if you want to. You have to roll a dexterity check though to wrap it around their legs. And as we're doing this, the crowd is actually running past us and going into the town. You don't know who, villains and heroes, all running away.
Tell me about your sanctum's wards of protection. I have never heard of a protection spell that powerful.
So what did you roll?
In your time, I'm sure you've encountered a variety of minor wards
So
and protective
it wraps
spells.
around his legs, and he
The
goes,
Sanctum Sanctorum was shielded by one such incantation, but
what is going
greatly
on?
amplified by the convergence of ley lines.
Mutants, see mutants. You do a firebolt on it? Okay. Use firebolt. I think it's a dexterity check with it.
And no one has ever broken the spell? Ever?
There's always a first for everything, but I had honestly never imagined a scenario in which the wards could be broken. Perhaps it was arrogance on my part, but Lilith is one of the more cunning enemies we've ever faced.
Okay.
How did Wanda come into your care?
Alright,
Wanda's story is quite tragic, and
so yeah,
perhaps not mine to
that
tell.
definitely hits in it.
There was an accident on the Abbey grounds not long ago.
So it wouldn't do double
involving
damage,
Agatha.
but you can roll a d10.
That kind of power sounds like it could be dangerous.
We don't truly know the extent of Wanda's power, and in that respect, you two are
You
very
go
similar.
and you shoot the fire. Where are you shooting it
Were
out?
she here now, I think you would have found her to be a kindred spirit.
Yeah. You hit the kneecap, and like part of the metal of the kneecap starts to melt from the fire, but it's not really hurting it too bad. What was the damage on it? 3? Yeah, it kind of scorches it, and it kind of melts a little bit, but that's about it.
Let us talk later.
Visit whenever you like. It's not often I get to converse with a true legend.
Tiff's is Mystique.
Hey, so,
And Hank goes, hey, and so he goes,
So,
hey, hey Logan, do you want to do a combo attack?
who's Logan? Me?
Yeah, you're Wolverine right now.
What have you got for me, boss?
Combination of what?
We do operations adamantium slingshot.
Okay. What does this do, like, with the polymorph?
So when you morph, you can actually transform into... Polymorph is where you can how you're able to transform into other people.
Oh.
And so you're
You can't do it to other people.
No, you can only become just you for you.
Oh, that
for
sucks.
this character, it only becomes just you.
This is the only ability I have.
And then you also have guns, and you have claws right now, because you're Wolverine.
Okay. But I don't think a claws would do anything to a robot, so...
The Operation Adamantium Slingshot, he explains, is where he goes and he throws you at it, and you
Oh, okay.
attack it.
Sure, why not?
Okay. He picks you.
If this thing behind me turns into a giant gateway to ancient Egypt, I'm quitting.
So he goes and he throws you right at the robot's head, and now you get to roll advantage with strength advantage to attack him, to attack the robot.
So 1 or 2?
Analyzing that.
So what is the
What do you think?
It's plus whatever your damage your attack modifier is.
my what modifier?
Your health, your strength modifier.
Okay, so I do.
Did you say you were exposed to this?
So what? Sorry.
It's probably fine.
So I'm doing a strength.
Yeah, you're doing strength. You're doing 2 strength. Just roll 2 d20s, and then you take the highest one.
Hunter,
Okay.
you got a minute? Come meet me in the yard.
Uh, 13 plus 1 is 14.
Welcome
And
to the yard. At least that's what we're calling
11.
it these days. Caretaker put me in charge of your training. Too bad she didn't listen
What
to
was
me
the highest roll?
yesterday. Now that we know what we're up
14.
against, I think we can all
14.
use the practice. Any questions?
Okay.
None.
All right then.
So you go and you hit the enemy. Roll a 3d4 attack at it.
3d4.
Time to take it to the next level.
Okay, 5.
Peace.
5. So that's all you got was guilt from a 3d4?
Yep, 5.
You rolled 1d4s?
Oh, did I do it wrong?
Did you roll 3 1d4s?
Oh, do I do... Okay, I got it. Okay. First one is... How do I work this?
I still say we should have built a firing range first.
That's not that one.
See you around.
Okay. So, first one's a 4.
Like the way you move out there,
What's the
Hunter.
second one?
Guess Dr.
Another
picked the right
2.
supernatural demon hunter to resurrect.
And
I'm Carol.
1.
Carol Danvers. You can call me Captain Marvel.
6.
Kidding.
So that's
Carol's
7
fine.
plus,
7?
plus,
Yeah, 7.
plus,
The
so
Avengers
plus your
PR
strength
team.
modifier?
Not gonna lie, going a few
8.
rounds in Vampire Guy's Magic Thunderdome
That's
sounds
8.
like fun,
Okay.
but we've
So
got
you do
bigger
8
fish to
damage on it?
fry. Well,
Yep.
not so much fish as
Alright,
that ginormous,
she has
invulnerable
3.
sewer monster that swallowed the sanctum.
Well, we're gonna wait until she gets Teresa gets back, so that way she
Okay, yeah.
hear what
Every
happens.
lock has its key.
She said something about her
True.
audio.
If only a man-eating alien demon monster hadn't.
She
eaten
said,
us.
"Hey, sorry,
That got me
audio
thinking.
disconnected. I'll be back.
Strange
Shadow
caretaker
had
and
to
the
go
rest of the
outside."
Funky bunch can try and magic their way through that shield all they want. If my time as a pilot taught me one thing, it's that sometimes you've got to find a workaround. As in Hydra,
Yeah, we'll just
they've
wait.
got to know the way inside. Steve's always said they aren't much for talking.
How are you doing,
Then
Justin?
again, I'm told I can be
Very
rather
good.
persuasive when I need to be.
I'm doing it in DC.
Well, if there is any time to put your powers of persuasion to work, now is the time, Captain.
Trust me, Hunter, I'm looking forward to it. Hydra's been a thorn in me and Steve's asses for years. Can't wait to remove them for good. Find me in the war room when you're finished here. There's a few things we should discuss. Oh, and Hunter? Welcome back from the dead.
Are you playing a game right now?
Nothing is certain these days, but
Yeah,
the readings are
DC.
too distinct to ignore. The gamma signature is...
Sorry, Bruce, we lost you.
The gamma signature is completely inverted. The daughter nuclei are being reabsorbed into the parent nuclei, which is impossible.
If the gamma signature for the sanctum is really that unique, Bruce, then couldn't we just...
Sorry, still working out a few gremlins in the system.
Try sunlight, and whatever you do, avoid water.
Oh, wait, you're being serious?
We should be able to track this new gamma signature to its source then, right? I'd do it myself, but we seem to be having a little IT trouble today.
Please. Old Central here is ready
What are
to
you
grind
doing?
through that data like chum.
What exactly is a
Playing,
central?
Playing
CENTRAL.
Midnight Suns.
Cognitive encryption, net transmogrification. We'll figure it out later.
Sending coordinates now. Hope your gremlins enjoy gamma spectroscopy.
Well, he's been a little moody lately, ever since, you know, the problem with the big old green guy.
I heard that.
Banner can't turn into the Hulk? Not sure if we should be frightened or relieved.
That makes two of us.
Oh, hey. Come on. Have everyone. Well, okay, not everyone.
Nice work, Bruce.
I know that place. Creepy abandoned warehouse in the bad guy part of town.
My favorite kind. Anybody up for paying it a visit?
Definitely.
Aw, see that? Teamwork goosebumps.
Find me when you're ready.
Multi-million-dollar piece of experimental technology, and she kicks it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two of us on the mean streets of New York? Evildoers beware.
You're good.
That's fun.
It was just recently that the Hudson Yards Development Restoration Association purchased this entire block. I'll let you think about that one.
Okay, so I got 8 damage.
Yeah, it's looking hurt. So you actually see as he goes in, you just see Wolverine go and land on the shoulder of the Sentinel, and it just he starts scratching up the Sentinel, and that's the damage that you did for the 8. And you just see the electricity just start to wobble, start to go off, and wires start to be exposed from it. Sure. What are you trying to do? The exposed wires. Okay, you rolled a 6. That does not hit.
So what are we doing now?
So Beast just kind of goes, and he thinks, and he's like, he goes and let me think on what Beast could do to attack it. So I'm gonna see if I can find anything that could help. I'm gonna roll a perception check for Beast. No, that would be investigation. Nope. I couldn't find anything. He's like, I don't think I'm in very much use here. and he's just continually searching for something, and he says, Logan, or Mystique, or whoever you are, you're up. So what do you want to do?
What do you think I should do? I don't know. Okay, let's try that again. Try to attack with the claws. Okay, so it's a 1d 20. Holy crap. This dice is like crazy tonight.
Is it a nat 20?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go. So roll your 3d4.
Gamma signatures and unstable isotopes aren't really in my wheelhouse, so we'll be patching Dr. Banner through from the ventral tower.
So that's 8.
2.
So that's 10 damage. Alright, how do you want to do this?
I just like, clawed his wires and definitely gotta rip him up.
So as Wolverine rips into his neck, it goes and it actually makes the head of the robot fall down.
You seeing this, Bruce? Getting all sorts of weird down.
Nice.
Jubilee and me need to roll dexterity.
Well,
right now.
is perhaps a more accurate description.
Calls himself Faustus now. Hydra's resident mad scientist.
Not just Hydra's.
And if you have higher in acrobatics, then
that's magic coming from those crates. I can feel it.
Yeah? How about gamma radiation?
Oof.
You feeling that too? Because that's some pretty evil-looking Hydra tech down there.
You actually just save and run. So I'll say you do like the dodge, like dive kind of thing. You hit the ground.
I need you to use your science brain on this one, Bruce.
We need to approach the situation.
Sorry about that.
Those energies is an explosive proposition at best. Think scalpel, not hammer. Stealth, not strength.
Yeah, I don't do stealth.
Kill them.
This beast dodges too.
So yeah, the beast dodges out of the way completely.
I always considered Faustus a bit of a crackpot, but his fundamental science must be sound. The device would have surely exploded otherwise after your display.
Learned it by watching you, Bruce.
There are no ways. There are no into town and everything, and there
Never seen that
you
before.
can hear like you can hear them
As a
going
child,
cheer,
I
and you're
feared
like,
the servants
oh,
of
yeah, we're
Lilith.
free, we're free.
Now I teach them to fear me.
It seems like all of them are like freed
Hail,
into the city.
Oh man.
You notice as
Payback's gonna be
you
fun.
dislodge the head of the robot, the robot actually falls on the building of the jail cell, and
Luckily,
it actually destroys
I'm a glutton for
the
punishment.
prison.
It's someone from the trees.
Reinforcements inbound.
I've never been one to buy into the science of magic, but the data I'm seeing is hard to ignore.
Yeah.
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio.
You know, an alien hybrid and a resurrected demon hunter, right?
Switches to what?
They're mine.
Island.
Heroes like these that give people like us a bad reputation.
Island.
Watch close.
You can be whoever you want to be.
And I thought
Island's
man
coming.
was ugly.
You're not positive that's your strength.
We will never forsake her.
Keep trying. Maybe you'll get lucky.
Okay. Let me use Justin's voice. Okay.
That hurt.
Not slow me down.
Reinforcements on approach.
Is it possible he somehow stabilized the rate of decay within the particles themselves? How else could he be achieving such a high yield?
I don't know, Bruce. Be sure to ask him when we're done punching out the bad guys.
The light will heal you.
You actually end up hearing in your head,
Feeling good.
Hank, Jubilee, Mystique, what have you done?
You asked for it.
Did they teach that in the Air Force?
I don't know what are we gonna do now?
You need to get back to, and you hear Jean Grey's voice again. Say you need to get back to the mansion now, pronto.
That's getting old.
To who?
To the mansion.
Ooh, a mansion.
Perhaps Faustus's device is worth further study. If you wouldn't mind, Carol, I'd prefer it if you and your supernatural associates not...
Smash it.
Yes.
Hold the lights, gift.
I will have to try it next month if I have the money to be able to do it.
Feel stronger already.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't have the plus. Alright, I have the plus, but I don't think I have the one that does that one at all. Alright.
I think these guys got their tactics from the back of a magazine.
Anyway.
they can arrest you for that in New York, Blade.
So we're going to the mansion?
Yeah. Jean Grey asks you to go back to the mansion.
Keep an eye on.
You can all join Lilith together.
So yeah,
Ready for round 2.
you hear as you're going through the mansion, you hear some of the students going and kind of whispering to each other, kind of like they're in trouble.
Weak, even for Hydra.
What? Who said that?
I feel like the way you're playing Jubilee is kind of like Deadpool. It's like a firework version of Deadpool. I feel like she's in our version. She's kind of more mature. In the 90s version, she's like probably around 13, 14 years old.
The perfect opportunity to field test Mother's device.
Doing it right. Oh, people are talking about
it. Get her.
But what? Yes, I don't know.
For the record, Bruce, I did not smash that thing.
Noted, Carol. Perhaps you might direct all that energy towards your newfound adversaries instead. And the mysterious cargo they're attempting to escape with?
Okay. You hear in your head, said get to the mission area now.
Oh.
We've got some things to discuss.
I'll put this to use. Come get it.
When you get into the room, you feel a very, very negative energy from Jean Grey.
We will not fail.
Oh crap.
Jubilee, stay here.
I have to admire
I
your
obviously chose
persistence.
the wrong people. Because
what?
Look what's all over on the news. Look what's all over.
I cannot move.
We got company.
Preliminary analysis of the blast confirms high levels of gamma and various unknown energies.
There is dark magic at work here. We must not let Hydra escape with it.
You all of a sudden get a headache as you said that.
saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Ready up.
And, quit.
So, yeah, you...
What?
So...
What now?
Your fate is sealed. You are lucky to still be breathing.
Hey, at least we save people.
And her energy kind of goes down. It's like, should remember when I was last a cadet. Sometimes I remember when Charles would get on to us. So kind of how I know he would want us to lead the group. You have to be more careful.
We'll try.
Alright, you're starting to piss me off.
To be crystal clear, we won't be able to recreate Faustus' experiment or track potential variance gamma signatures without a baseline resonant sample from his initial occult catalyst.
Got it. Stop the truck.
So, you're gonna say anything? Or?
So, she goes, I'm sorry for the way I've acted.
Here it comes.
Just be careful next
Sounds to
time.
me like they just missed their mama. They must really want to piss me off.
Yep.
So,
They're hoping to
he
wear
says,
me down.
your next mission is a training mission. I want all of you three to go into the training room now, and I've got a training mission ready to do.
These delays can be quite frustrating. Infuriating, even.
Excuse me, sorry.
I suppose by now I'd normally be tromping through the warehouse, hurling the puny truck at the moon.
Don't worry, Bruce. I've got a pair of torn purple pants with your name on them.
Let's go train. Even though I don't know why.
Even the best can get better.
You will see.
Oh, lovely. Go on, don't give us surprises.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Looks back at her. No, the other girl. So. Yeah. just looks at it while you're walking out.
I just don't know when to quit.
Okay.
I should be used to this by now. Is that all? Wonder what the desertion rate is for Hydra lackeys.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah, I understand.
You had this coming.
long is this training set? How long is this training? How far away is it? I mean.
So you're in the danger room, and Jean Grey sets up what looks to be the same environment, except for she says, "What if instead of the Sentinels coming there, something else emerges?" And you actually see the you're outside of the prison, everything outside of the main prison, and you actually see Magneto emerge from the
Magneto.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to help me with that. I have no idea who these
Magneto's
people are.
a villain.
How many times are you gonna try
He
that?
has the power
lovely.
of magnetism.
Really want to keep doing that?
We stand with the mother.
And Magneto goes,
Let's get this
"You
started.
X-Men will never be able to defeat me." And he throws like metal at you. I will get out of this prison.
Get some.
Go ahead and roll dodge, and then
Give the mother
whatever they
my
roll,
gun.
that's
Dodge.
going to be your initial. That is a deck save.
Okay. I'm 14. And plus 3. Is it
Let's do
plus
it.
3? Is that right? Is it plus 17? 14. So 17.
Okay. What did each of you roll? You say?
And
You just made it for yours, Teresa, and Tiffany made it as well.
Aelin.
Or Aelin made it.
Not bad.
Is
Okay. So you're able to dodge for your Jubilee. You're
That was
able to
something.
dodge just out of the way. You almost get hit, but you're able to get it out of the way just in time. So
One more. Don't mess with me.
so
Let's do it.
so y'all dodge out of the way. He goes, ah. He's like, how did you dodge out of that? Dodge that. And so now it is y'all's turn. Roll initiative for me.
initiative is NIT. And
Yes.
IN. Okay.
INT, yep.
$15.
Me and you turn roll.
Got me on lock.
Because we both roll the same thing.
Someone call for reinforcements? I am a wall.
Okay. Alright, so you said
Still not
17
gonna
for
be
you,
enough.
24, so it's Teresa, me, and Aelin. Okay. So now it is...
And what do I have?
You said 17 years, right?
No, I don't know. I meant what stuff?
What character do you transform into?
I don't know.
What I was talking to your
really
mom about was
mind.
you think you would like Cyclops? Because Cyclops has the ability to make do heat vision.
Not a problem.
You can either choose
Okay.
Cyclops
Cheaper
or
just to
you can
replace
choose
you guys with
Iceman.
robots. I bet Tony would cut Faustus a deal. Is that?
I don't.
I'm not sure if it's ethical for people like us to beat up chumps like you.
Yeah, he has heat vision.
Okay.
He basically does.
That's
he
cool.
laser eyes, and then there's the he uses optic beams, and that would be a 1d10 because it actually says that his optic beams is actually bludgeoning damage. He actually in the comics it actually talks about that he actually does concussive damage with his blast.
Nice move.
But so you want to be Cyclops? Is what you said?
Yeah.
So
One less thing to worry about. Approximately 16,342 more to go. I suggest starting with the remaining
it is your turn right now, Jubilee. What do you want to do?
Aw, I was hoping for the R-rated version.
Magneto. It's your turn right now. You're the first turn around.
No issues so far.
Okay, go ahead.
Watch me.
That is excellent.
So that's how that works.
18. So, roll your damage. That hits.
I guess you don't know who I am.
9 damage. Okay.
The odds
So,
are still in my favor.
you hit him with some fireworks, and it blasts him with it, and you notice he actually is blinded from this. He's like, ah!
I usually prefer quiet.
So, now it is Peace's turn, and he's going to charge at him.
Maybe you should call a few more.
And then try to attack him. By the way, you are back to full health now. He got a natural 20 on that. So he's going to do double damage for his claw attack. So he's going to do a 2d6. He's going to be a 2d4. He does 5 damage on him as he scratches him. And, he scratches him on Magneto. He does. And he goes and he does a backflip back to where y'all are. I'm gonna roll a acrobatics. Yeah, he has no problem doing it. Yeah, he does a backflip back to y'all guys. And now it is Cyclops' turn. So your optic beams, the way it works is you roll a advantage on dexterity, and take your dexterity modifier, and you're gonna add a d20 to that. Take the highest roll. You know what I'm saying? You roll two d20s, and the d20 roll. You roll 2 of those, and you take the highest one, and you add your modifier to that.
I got a 4 and then a...
You got a what?
4 for the first...
Okay, that hurt a little.
7 for the first one, and 21 for the second. A 21 is the highest one.
The highest one? Okay, is that a, did you roll you rolled a 20?
We've done it!
What's your modifier?
3.
3? Okay, so you roll a d10 to that.
What is this thing?
Roll a d10 and tell me what the roll is.
Full of bad guy stuff.
I know those symbols from the time of the first hunt.
8?
That glyph means barrier.
You
that one
blast right out of your eyes.
Very spooky.
Hits into
designed
it,
to contain powerful magic. Be careful.
Got it. Don't cross the streams.
Never do. How about for ourselves?
Okay. So now it's back to the top of the round. Right now it's his turn now, and he has to take a turn to get up. So now it is Teresa's turn as Jubilee. So roll your dexterity. 6. It misses and it hits into the building, and Jean says, "Make sure that you X-Men do not destroy any buildings. We do not want people to think we are the enemy." Okay.
Nice job out there, kid. I mean, I didn't get Hydra bombed until my 10th run with the Avengers.
Kid, you do know that I'm a good 3 centuries older than you,
okay,
right?
So now,
and you've got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay, Abbey tournament tonight.
Sure about that? Last one got a little heated.
The eternal spirits of vengeance take technical fouls very seriously, especially in fourth quarter.
Forget it. Tonight is movie night.
He got 19
It is
on his
always
hit.
movie night. Exactly.
Wow, out of jail again? Who made this game? Wilson Fisk?
Well, if parking is free, clearly no one from Manhattan.
You know what they say? All work and no play.
So that he does 6 damage.
Is how we ended up with Ultron.
He goes and he scratches him again.
Come on.
And he goes
should
and
hang
he
out.
actually hits one of his hits. Actually knocks his helmet off of. So his head is exposed.
Should rest. Another time.
And he goes and Beast since he's near him, he's going to use his strength to grapple Magneto. He got a 21, And Magneto got a 6. So now he's behind him and he's got him back. He says, Cyclops, hit him with all you got. Don't worry about me. Roll dexterity with advantage.
And 12.
What was the first roll?
15.
Yeah, that hits. Roll your damage.
And then what is that again?
D10.
Six.
So you actually go and you actually see him go, and you actually say, and Jean says, good job. Could have been a lot less messy, but you did a great job.
Messy.
And she says, I'm sure after all that work on that mission,
you
you're
answered.
probably tired.
Getting hard to keep finding ways to say
So
open door around
you
here.
can go ahead and rest.
And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of one speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes?
So, if you're planning on giving me some sort of
I'm glad you liked
brooding
it.
code of the stoic warrior
Maybe we can
speech,
talk to
I'm
Sam
immune.
about playing it too.
Just ask later, Magic. From what I just saw out there, whatever crazy ancient living weapons stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
I understand.
Yeah,
Okay.
talking to people, making friends, basic human stuff. Or quasi-human. You're a midnight sun now. One of us.
You too.
Nico,
Good night.
I was just Hydra bombed. I could use some rest.
You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I, keep seeing Wanda. She... Never mind.
I will meet you outside.
Hello.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us.
Hey.
The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of ancient wonders a little?
You tired?
Missions can't be
Yeah.
good for Caretaker's blood pressure. That's twice now her precious hunter has almost gotten smacked by Hydra.
You gonna go to bed?
No. I'm not that tired. Do you feel like going to bed?
No.
Are you watching my stream right now?
Mm-mm.
Someone is.
I'm kind of getting the impression Doctor Strange is a little... I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you. Not just the whole resurrected, chosen one thing. I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I found out my mother was capital E evil.
Was your father there for you when you found out?
Dad was evil too. Long story, lots of drama. There was a cool dinosaur. I'll fill you in later. Look, I'm glad my mother is gone, but yeah, at times I just want to hear her voice again. Some days I'd give anything to make that happen. Makes me hate her even more.
Lilith gave birth to me, but Caretaker was my true mother.
Right, so your adoptive mom raised you to kill your birth mom. You'll fit in perfectly. Enough about our crappy parents. You missed out on decades of good movies. It's my solemn duty to fill this knowledge gap with the best examples I can provide. So, the first thing you need to know, the glowing briefcase is a metaphor. I really needed that. So, what did you think of the movie?
I understood more than I should.
How? You've been dead for 3 centuries.
I'm not so sure I was dead. Not exactly. I recall a deep slumber, not the void. I dreamt.
Of what?
Of everything. Much of this world is familiar to me. I know it from my dreams.
That's not creepy at all. So, do you know everything?
No, think of it like this. I know what a car is, but I have no idea how to drive.
You're up to date, but not omniscient. Then I'm guessing you don't know much about me.
Just what you shared earlier.
You're always free to ask. Like, what's the staff of one? Or who were the runaways?
I had some questions about your staff.
Sure. But first, the basics. The staff of one interprets words or phrases as spells, but it can only cast a spell once. No repeats.
If each magical effect is unique, do you worry you will run out of words?
Not really. I only use the staff's, like, you know, magic.
I had some questions about your old team.
The Runaways? Sure thing.
Were you all heroes who banded together?
No, we were normal kids. We saw each other once a year when our parents got together to reminisce. And then we found out two very disturbing things. First, our parents were supervillains who sacrificed children to evil gods. Second, each of us had some sort of powerful birthright. Our parents wanted us to follow in their footsteps.
And what did you do?
We ran, but eventually we realized only the six of us could stop our parents and their dark gods, so we faced them and stopped them from destroying reality as we know it. You know, typical kid stuff.
Who was on the team?
At first, Chase with his mad science gear, Molly, our pint-sized powerhouse, Carolina, the solar-powered sweetheart. Gert had a telepathic link to Old Lace, a genetically engineered Deinonychus from the 87th century. I handled the blood magic, though I didn't understand it much. And Alex, well, we don't talk about Alex.
Where are your friends now?
Molly attends Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Carolina left Earth to marry alien nobility. Gert... She didn't make it. After Gert passed, Chase and I had a falling out. The last I heard, he and Old Lace are living at his family home in LA. As for Alex, he chose his side, and it wasn't ours. He died with our parents.
I had some questions about your staff.
Go for it.
Can you tell me how the Staff of One functions?
It's, blood magic, so my own blood is required to summon it. You wouldn't believe how many adhesive bandages I go through each year.
What about the words you speak?
They come true. Kind of, and not always the way I expect. It's like making a wish, but you can never make the same wish again.
I should get going.
Good timing. Looks like Caretaker wants to speak with you, and wow, I should get to bed. Time flies when you're hanging out.
I'm glad to see you're using your free time productively. It's a shame that Faustus got away. Looks like you're finding your way around. Maybe making some new friends.
I was planning on getting some rest, but...
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Mr. Stark this afternoon. Not quite like it was in the good old days.
I remember many sleepless nights and blood-soaked days. Always on the hunt.
I'll give you that. But there were times back then I wouldn't trade for anything. With both you and...
Agatha. Where is Agatha?
I am sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know... Agatha... she's no longer with us.
What? That is impossible. She was so...
fierce, indomitable, or maybe just kind to a fault.
You do not have to do this.
Thank you, but I do. I haven't spoken to anyone about what happened. And more so than anyone, you deserve to know. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. The Midnight Sun's latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right. Perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control them. I tried to caution her, but she would not listen. There was an incident. An accident, I'm sure, but...
Agatha was killed.
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken, as was I. But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what needed to be done. I sent Wanda away, to the Sanctum Sanctorum, to study under Dr. Strange. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment towards me for it.
Was Wanda so different from me as a child? Was it that easy to send her away?
I didn't have a choice. Wanda's powers were beyond even her own control. And this time I had no Agatha to help me, as I had with you. I thought she would be safe with Strange. On that part, at least, I was clearly mistaken. Ah, Wanda. Agatha. It seems we've lost them both now. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
Agatha!
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually find it quite liberating.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my Hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Bloodgate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen? This ominous-looking portal is known as a Bloodgate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Bloodgate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask. Is it? There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtor.
Sarah, Caretaker, was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge.
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie?
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear. As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtor was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
That was something. They cannot possibly match your strength. You were too weak for this fight. mother abandoned you.
Compared to our girl, these hellhounds are nothing but mindless beasts. Don't hesitate to strike. They certainly won't.
Leave some for the rest of us. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. I am impressed. Feel my call. They're persistent and irritating. I'm the only one left standing.
You can imagine why Sarah was so fond of her. If I didn't know better, I would say she modeled her role as caretaker after the goddess herself.
I am impressed. Once again, Lilith's servants fall. Return to your mother.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
Looks like it belongs here.
Sarah was right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the Blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance. Why don't you ask the goddess Ashtur for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
She believes in our purpose.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, Caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange out.
It is one of the elemental rots.
It's super easy to hang out with you, Hunter. We still have so many more movies to show you, like 70s grindhouse flicks. Hey, for someone they just dug up, you look pretty fresh. Tony Stark used to be the ultra-rich jerk I saw on TV. Now, he's the ultra-rich jerk.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate?
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detained inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a "we" in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
Whatever artifact is inside... If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever's in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
I would be highly suspicious of anything that Hydra has had in its possession. My advice would be to do what Tony says. Destroy whatever is in there immediately.
With all due respect, Hunter, that would be short-sighted and foolish. For one thing, it's very, very hard to dispose of magical items. The repercussions are sometimes unexpected. Besides, I need all the magical items I can get.
And why is that?
Right now, with the sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Approach the anvil, Hunter. We do not have time to spare. There's more to this workspace than meets the eye, Hunter. These flames aren't born of any fire.
Well, Caretaker isn't big on the idea of hardwiring this place to an arc reactor. As far as I can tell, power here is distributed mostly via cobwebs and ghost farts anyway.
Found another artifact, Hunter?
By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The cube of nothingness. The tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within. These were relatively common at one point in history. This really isn't the ideal environment for these parchments. One misplaced ember, and that'll be all she wrote. If it were up to Tony, you'd probably be stuffing that item into some machine right about now. Very impersonal.
Let's get started. Got more coil for me? Let's see what we got here. How does this look? Another magical mystery box. And to think, I used to design sentient future tech.
Come back tomorrow, Hunter.
See you, Hunter.
Hey, Hunter. Got a sec to spare?
You moving into the forge, Hunter? You've been here more in the past few days than I have since... ever. The forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with a spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another, just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
Oh man, sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping. Why don't we hit the yard for a sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident with caretaker Sumerian Sofa.
It would be my honor to spar with a spirit of vengeance.
Wow, he's real excited. Never thought he'd get bouncy, but here we are. Okay, let's do this. I'll get Blake to set things up. Won't take a minute.
I will head to the yard. When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
Hunter, ready to get your burn on? I'm talking training with Ghost Rider.
Spirits of vengeance train the hardest.
Let's do this. We've got plenty of tricks for old dogs. No excuses here.
Like playing with fire, huh?
Do you?
Hunter, report to the war room. We've got a mission.
Got a minute, Hunter? Peace.
It's good.
You called for me, Captain?
Keep telling ya, Carol works too, but yeah, I did. Now that Tony's finally starting to get a handle on his gremlin problem, I've been able to put Central to good use. Got a lead on some particularly gnarly Hydra operations happening in the city. But we need to move fast if we want to intercept them in time.
Then let's get going.
My thoughts exactly. There's just one problem, though. We seem to have lost our gatekeeper, Magic.
Lost?
Well, I updated her on the mission. She said something I can only assume to be a prolific swear word in Russian and disappeared. Literally. And with no magic...
There's no passage to New York, or anywhere for that matter.
Now you see my problem.
Do not worry, Captain. I will locate and alert her of the team's needs.
There's that can-do, get-it-done, old-timey prophesied savior of humanity attitude I was hoping to see today. Still, you better hurry. Not sure how long Hydra will remain in their current position.
Then I shall make haste.
Yes, you hasten as much as you can, Hunter.
Heads up?
Not much more I can tell you, Hunter. Though I did hear her mutter something about Wanda right before she poofed away. Maybe that helps.
Thanks, Captain. I shall find her.
Hi, kiddo.
Crazy world you woke up to, Hunter. Hydra running around causing trouble, apocalypse prophecies, the Bronx.
It is indeed, Daywalker.
And that op against Faustus. The way Captain Marvel just absorbed that bomb. Unbelievable, isn't it?
That bomb was clearly meant for me. I am in her debt.
Yeah, but I don't think she sees it that way. She just saves people. Amazing. Smart, quick-witted, fearless. Hell, she even glows.
And do you find all of your allies equally impressive?
Yes. No. Wait. What are you trying to say?
You are not used to expressing feelings of affection, are you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
My apologies.
And if I did, this ain't my first rodeo, you know?
Of course it is not. Whatever a rodeo is.
Yeah. Well, now that that's settled, maybe I should go sharpen my stakes or something. And maybe we should keep this chat to ourselves for now.
Hi.
Nico, do you know where Magic is? We need her.
Let me guess. To open another portal? She's getting a little tired of being the only person here who can do that. Can't say I blame her.
This is serious, Nico. Where is she?
Not sure. But I know she's been looking for Wanda's grimoire, so maybe check in Wanda's room?
Thanks for your help.
Fine, speak.
This room belonged to the Scarlet Witch, did it not?
Wanda. It belongs to Wanda. Let me guess. You are to ask me to do the one thing the others value me for. Opening their precious portal. Well, I am in the middle of something. Come back later.
It is never easy to lose a comrade. I know this too well.
We did not lose Wanda. We let her go. Before any of this started. Wanda's first grimoire. Agatha gave it to her when she was teaching her witchcraft, the dark arts. She was trying to help Wanda control her powers. She would never let me read it. So now I read it.
I do not suppose there are any spells in there that will banish Lilith and save the world?
Hard to say. These incantations appear to have been written for Wanda alone. Maybe a world without Wanda is one we are not meant to save. I know what she's going through. To come face to face with true evil itself. To be dragged to some hell dimension so hot that your soul is scorched black. Your heart so filled with soot that it chokes out all the bright parts of you. Until you are just a dark thing of smoke and ash. I cannot let such a fate happen to her.
We will find her. I can feel it.
And just who will find her? Caretaker? The Avengers? Do not try to fool me with your false empathy, Hunter. I know Caretaker will never waste resources looking for her.
Ileana, just open the portal.
You are like an Avenger. All you do is take, take, take. You expect too much. Okay, I will open your damn portal. It is times such as this that I wish someone else here could drill holes through space and time. Perhaps Doctor Strange should spend less time tinkering with Tony Stark in the Forge and focus more on his magic. No matter. I will be there when you are ready, Hunter. Goodbye. Yes, hello.
Hey, you. I take it you found our gatekeeper. Then let me explain what's going on. When Hydra isn't preoccupied with world-ending scenarios, they spend a lot of their free time terrorizing the citizens of New York through various low-level operations. It's fairly routine stuff for heroes these days, and worst case, we'll still get some fresh intel in the process. Why don't you check the mirror table and see what we've got on our plate?